Daniel considers himself a talent acquisition disruptor with a proven success in finding new and more effective ways in finding the right talent at the right time, and higher qualities and higher quantities. Let's welcome Daniel on 10 Minutes of Hiring Wisdom. Hi, Daniel. How are you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you doing?
Good. How's your Monday going so far?
Not too bad. It's been kind of busy, but every day, pretty much.
How was the weekend?
Really good.
Really good. Yeah. That's
bit
good. That's
break
good.
and spend it with my
Uh-huh.
kids.
That's nice. That's always nice. Kids are always fun to be around. So, Daniel, can you tell us about where you're working and how the pandemic has just changed the way you currently work?
How? What has? What?
How the pandemic?
Oh, pandemic?
Yes.
Absolutely. So I work at Filevine. We are a legal SaaS platform. And oh man, we're cloud software, obviously. With that, COVID hit. COVID was interesting. We went on a temporary hiring freeze that lasted about 2 to 3 days. Then I came into the office and everyone was on fire, running around with their head chopped off because the most searched item for legal was how do I set up a remote office for my legal firm? So no joke, we've had a record-breaking quarter every single quarter last year, and doubled and tripled our ARR year over year.
Wow.
So it's been
That's
very exciting
nice.
and crazy, to say the least.
So the pandemic was definitely a blessing for you guys.
Yeah, to an extent, I guess. One of the interesting things that have come out through the pandemic is, especially initially when it hit, you had markets that were really affected by it, especially in the travel and other other industries, and you had a lot of layoffs. The issue that we kind of came into was, when I started Filevine in March of 2019, we had 46 employees. We were in this dinky old white building in the outskirts of Provo, Utah. I dubbed it the shack next to 7-Eleven, and we're scaling, and so we had limited market presence. And we, with limited market presence, last year we were a startup. This year we're a successful mid-sized company.
Okay.
When I started, we had 46 employees. Now we're at a little over 400. And we'll be around 60
Wow.
by the end of the year. And so with little market presence, people don't know who you are. And with everyone, when you have a big, vast majority of individuals that have been laid off, shooting over the resume to every single opportunity they can, because obviously it was kind of scary for some. You have to make sure that your company isn't a pit stop. Why are they sending their resume over to Filevine? Do they know who Filevine is? Does their interest in career, their career path align with our company and the talent that we want? And so you had to dig into that more thoroughly, especially when you have candidates that are, I don't know if desperate's the right word, but it is a scary time. And when you're out of a job, you have individuals that may, say whatever you need them to say in order to get a job. And so you have to kind of push back on that. You have to vet them more thoroughly. You have to make sure that there's buy-in, as well as, they align with the qualifications as well. So
that makes sense. So it's been a long journey for you, but it turned out to be very effective because you actually went from a team of 46 people to actually 400. So that's quite big, especially because in the pandemic and everything, a lot of people lost their jobs. But you guys were doing really well and finding the right talent. So hats off to you guys. It definitely worked out for you. So yeah. So Daniel, can you tell us about are you guys still hiring? Are you guys looking for specific talent? What kind of skills are something that are important to you, and what kind of personalities do you think would thrive in your company specifically?
Absolutely. Yeah, we're definitely still hiring. Like I said, we're a little over 400. We'll be around 600 to 800 by the end of this year, depending on our sales goals.
Okay.
With that being said, what I look for, Netflix kind of has their thing where they say, "Oh, we hire the most senior professionals in the market." That's not us necessarily. I say we hire very talented, innovative, pragmatic individuals that are eager and excited to take their career to the next level. That's what this opportunity is. We're last year we hit Inc. 5000's list, ranked as one of the top 50 fastest growing privately owned software companies in the nation, right there next to Snapchat. Yeah, no one's heard of us, And this year we got top workplaces in the USA. Again, no one's heard of us. Every single place I've ever interviewed for in the past has talked about autonomy. I've never seen it more prevalent than I have here at Filevine. Our CEO is a true visionary. I love visionaries as CEOs. They're more likely to take calculated risks to get you to success. And at the same time, those calculated risks can get you to failure quicker too. And that's where I say that he's unlike any other leader that I've ever worked under. Is he's a CEO, he's a former attorney, but he's very humble in the fact that he knows, and he's very vocal about it, that he doesn't know everything. And he relies heavily on his staff to come in here, and offers come with the ownership and expectation that you're going to take this and you're going to run with it. You're going to fail quickly, pivot. You're going to help us take this thing to the moon and back. And so that's one of the big things. Do you have the confidence? Do you have that growth mentality? This is an opportunity where the team here is just insane. I'll say it, and I welcome the challenge. It's the strongest team I've seen since maybe early Qualtrics or early Pluralsight, all across the board. And with that, we want individuals that are confident in their ability, confident in the way that they brand and do their work themselves. And this is an opportunity to put it to the test. Can you come in here? Can you implement, create, develop, be innovative? A lot of our features with our software have come from that. Chris Smith, who's one of the initial engineers that we brought on when I first started, we kind of bounced him around different departments to kind of help out, especially with automation. And he got so frustrated that we were a legal tech company that didn't have an electronic signature feature. He went and created his own, and then Filevine ended up acquiring it, and it's called Vine Sign. And it's one of our most used features with our product. And that's how a lot of our features have come about.
Oh, wow.
So we want individuals that are hungry, that want to see their work at the forefront, that want to contribute to the success here at Filevine and buy into the goals at hand.
That sounds like a wonderful team, especially because he identified, okay, there was a problem, and then he went out and created his own solution, which was then acquired by your own company. So it's definitely seeing a lot of ambitious individuals working together. And I think people coming from different backgrounds tend to bring out the best in each other. And I can definitely see that with your team specifically. So you mentioned a lot of traits, you mentioned a lot of personality characteristics that you would want. What are specific roles that are open? Are you looking for engineers? Are you looking for software developers? Like what kind of roles are open in terms of that?
Absolutely. So we're hiring for pretty much everything. Engineering, absolutely. That's one of our top priorities. Scaling out our dev team. Our dev team's about 100 right now. We're continuing to hire out on that team. Senior software development engineers, mid to senior. And we're looking for strong individuals on the site reliability / DevOps side. We are also hiring on our UX team as well. We're doing a rebranding of our UI and our UX. And we have multiple hires in each of those areas. We're also looking for trying to think of all the roles. We're out on our QA, SStat side, and all across the board, sales, marketing, engineering.
Wow. So that's a lot of roles. And just a question, are you guys hiring as in like within the US, or are you guys open to local, as in like remote candidates from all over the world?
Primarily in the US. We do have a we're working with a third party in Canada. So we do have a few employees in Canada. But as for individuals that require sponsorship or anything like that, we're just not at a place right now to bring those individuals on. We have considered them, but we're also working on our security compliance. And there's a lot of red tape and things that you have to kind of go through with that. And so right now, mostly focusing on local. Our whole engineering team from the very beginning has been 100% remote. I know that a lot of companies will offer remote as a way to undercut salary in the market. That's not us. Our whole team is 100% remote. And so we are hiring for engineering all over the US and Canada. But yeah, that's where it is specifically right now.
Well, sounds amazing. And if people do reach out to me regarding applying to your specific companies, I'll forward them to you because I can definitely see a lot of roles, specifically engineering, UX, marketing are open. Well, thank you so much, Daniel. It was a pleasure learning from you and your experiences. Our time is up.
Thank you.
Thank you.